This might be one of the most advanced robotic mowers that I've ever tested. And honestly, it feels like we're starting to see a real shift in this category. This is the Mova LiDAX Ultra 3000 all-wheel drive. And on paper, this thing checks a lot of boxes that we haven't really seen come together in one system before. No boundary wires, no RTK antenna, no complicated setup process, just full 3D LiDAR mapping with AI vision and a true all-wheel drive system that can handle terrain that normally stop robotic mowers completely. But here's the reality. I've tested enough robotic mowers at this point to know that specs don't matter, marketing doesn't matter. The only thing that does matter is what happens when you actually put it in the yard. So in this video, I'm going to break this all the way down, from the technology to the setup experience to the real world performance, and most importantly, where this system actually starts to show its limits. Now, going into this, I had very high expectations because what Mova is doing here is very similar to what we're seeing at the very top of this category, where robotic mowers are shifting away from random navigation tools and moving toward fully autonomous systems that actually understand the environment that they're working in. But at the same time, that's where things can also fall apart, because there's a big difference between innovation and execution. And I've seen products before that look incredible on paper, but once you put them in the real yard with uneven terrain, obstacles, and changing conditions, that's when you start to see some real weaknesses. So I went into this with a very simple mindset. Treat this like a full replacement to a traditional mower, not a gadget, not something that you will babysit, but something you can rely on. Now, what makes this mower different starts with navigation. Because instead of using GPS or RTK systems, this uses a combination of 360-degree 3D LiDAR and AI-powered vision to build a real-time understanding of your yard, not just a boundary, but an actual working environment. And what that means in practice is that it's constantly scanning, constantly updating, and constantly adjusting on what it sees, which is completely a different approach than a traditional robotic mower. Now let's take this a step further, because this is where things really start to separate. The LiDAR system is creating what's called a point cloud map, which is essentially a 3D model of your yard built from thousands of data points. And it allows the mower to understand depth, distance, and obstacle avoidance. So it can detect what type of obstacles in front of it in real time. So instead of following a fixed route, it dynamically adjusting as it moves around the yard. And when you combine that with the vision system, it's not just detecting objects, it's identifying them. It can identify grass, edges of the yard, landscaping, and even smaller objects that most robotic mowers would either miss or run directly into. And one thing I noticed during testing is how smooth the interaction feels. It's not jerky and it's not reactive at the last second. It's calculated. It slows down early, adjusts its path, and moves around the obstacles in a way that feels intentional. And that's something you really start to appreciate the longer you use it. Let's talk about what might be one of the biggest selling points of this mower, the drive system, because this is a true all-wheel drive setup. The independent motors control each wheel, and that gives a major advantage when it comes to traction, because instead of relying on two wheels to do all the work, it's distributing that power across all four wheels, which allows it to maintain the grip even in conditions where most robotic mowers would start to struggle, like wet grass, loose soil, uneven terrain, and especially slopes. Mova claims up to 80% incline is possible with this mower, which is a big number. But what matters more is how consistent it feels when it's actually climbing. And that's where this system really starts to stand out. Moving into the cutting system, this is using a dual disc blade design with multiple pivoting blades, with 6 of those on each one of those for a total of 12 blades. And cutting width is just under 16 inches, which gives us a strong balance between coverage and maneuverability. You also have an adjustable cutting height ranging from about 1.2 inches up to just under 4 inches, which makes this flexible depending on your lawn type and preference. And like most robotic systems, this is designed for maintenance cutting, meaning it works best when it's running consistently and constantly, keeping your lawn trimmed over time, rather than trying to handle overgrown conditions all at once. This is not what it's designed for, and that's something that's important to understand going in. When it comes to runtime, this system is designed to operate continuously in the background. You're getting around 150 to 170 minutes per charge, and in that time, it's going to cover roughly a quarter of an acre before returning to recharge, and then heading back out to continue where it left off. And over the course of a day, you're looking at coverage approaching around 3/4 of an acre, depending on conditions. And what that translates in real world use is that your lawn is always being maintained without you having to think about it. And that's not about speed, it's about consistency. And over time, the consistency is what gives you that clean, finished look. This is where things really started to stand out for me, because setup is usually one of the biggest friction points in this category. Either you're running wires, you're dialing in zones, just trying to get everything working correctly. And that takes time. But with this system, it's a completely different experience. You place the dock, you open the app, and you start mapping. And within minutes, you're building out a full digital version of your yard with zones, boundaries, and obstacle areas already recognized. And what stood out to me here is how intuitive that process feels. You're not constantly correcting it, you're guiding it. And once the initial setup is done, everything else becomes much easier to manage. Now let's get into what actually matters, real world performance, starting with slopes. I took this into areas where most robotic mowers would normally struggle. In my ditch line, it has steeper inclines, uneven terrain, and it has a little spot that kind of comes down in a V that usually robotic mowers get stuck in. And this is where the all-wheel drive system really proves its value. Instead of slipping or losing traction, it maintains grip and it keeps moving forward without hesitation. And the consistency is what really stood out to me. Obstacle handling is where the LiDAR and the vision system really come together. It detects objects early, adjusts its path, and avoids contact entirely, which improves not only the performance, but it also protects the mower and anything else in the yard. And that's a big step forward compared to older systems. For path planning, this uses a structured mowing pattern instead of a random movement to try to mow the lawn, which results in cleaner looking lines, more efficient coverage, and more consistent overall finish. And over time, that consistency is what really makes a difference in how your lawn looks. For edge cutting, this is one of those biggest challenges for any robotic mowers. This system gets close, within about 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the edges, which is definitely better than average on these robotic mowers. But it's still not perfect, and you still need to manually trim in certain areas. And for stress testing, this is where things got really interesting, because I wanted to see where this system actually starts to struggle. So I put it into conditions beyond normal use. So thicker grass, more demanding terrain, tighter transitions, and this is where you start to see some limitations. Not failures, limits. And even in those situations, it continued to perform better than most robotic mowers that I've tested, which really says a lot about how capable this system is overall. Now, beyond just mowing, this is a fully connected system. You've got app control, you've got zone management, you've got map management, you have scheduling, real-time tracking, and even remote monitoring through the onboard camera system, which adds another layer of functionality and makes it feel more like a smart outdoor system rather than just a mower. This is one of the easiest robotic mowers that I've ever set up. The navigation system is extremely advanced, and the all-wheel drive performance is genuinely impressive. And the mapping accuracy is one of the best that I've seen so far. What you need to understand is that this is not designed for extreme overgrowth cutting, and edge cutting still isn't perfect. And the price point sets it in a more premium category, but it performs extremely well compared to other mowers that I've tested in this price point. At the end of the day, this is one of the closest things that I've tested to a true replacement for a traditional mower, especially if you're dealing with slopes, complex layouts, or just want something that feels genuinely next generation. But I want to hear from you. Would you actually trust something like this to handle your entire lawn? Or are you sticking with the traditional mower? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for hanging out with me for the entire video. I'll catch you in the next one.